When we talk about fifth wheels with big living spaces, one of the first ones that automatically come to mind is rear living. And for good reason, right? The back half, basically, of the entire fifth wheel is dedicated to that living space. So you want to make sure it's nice and big. And this one right here definitely does a great job at that, folks. This is the 2021 Keystone Cougar 316RLS. And the thing I love about this is you get the dual opposing slides, right? To open up this living space, open up that kitchen, give you the kitchen island. And this one's only 36 foot long. Now you may be saying only, right? But when we're talking about fifth wheels, 36 foot is kind of like that cutting off point. Because when you start getting much larger than that, a lot of times you will have to get designated special spots at campsites. It's one of those things to think about. But when you're 36 foot or under, you can fit in most campsites. As long as it's not like a national park or anything like that, you should be good to go. So it's like the perfect length right at that cutoff, really maximizing this space. Now, if we take a look right over here at the slide out on our campsite, we'll notice a couple different things. You'll see freestanding table and chairs here, which I definitely prefer. You know, this isn't built to sleep a lot of people, so you don't necessarily need the dinette. Plus, I have a sofa in the back if I need to sleep some additional guests. I'd rather have something that looks a little bit nicer, can comfortably seat people all around the table, so that if I'm playing a board game, which I'm a big board game fan of, by the way, if anyone's wondering, or, you know, if you want to eat a meal, something like that, obviously it just, you have more room, you have more space. Also, if you take a look at the floor, you'll see that they use a special, it's like a mesh vinyl. This is something they actually took out of the marine industry. So it cleans up very easily. You know, any spills, dirt, anything like that, cleans up very simply and easily. And it still gives you the flush floor slide out rather than having like a step up. Then coming down a little bit further, we get into the Allure Furniture. So upgraded furniture over what you usually get. I love the Allure. It's very comfortable. Again, it's durable. You know, it has high wear resistance. So, you know, this will be a high seating area because the TV's directly across from it, probably the best seat in the RV. So you want to make sure it's not going to wear down and break apart. You know, you don't want anything flaking off where you have to replace your furniture after a year or two. You will also notice that in the cup holders do light up. It also has a heat feature as well as a massage feature, so that, you know, if you want to kick back, relax after a long day, or, you know, you just want to be comfortable, this will allow you to do it. And of course, you have a spot for remotes right there. One of the other big things about Cougar, now they call it Panoramic Windows, but what it basically means is they have windows, you know, from basically right above the furniture all the way to the top of the slide. So you have huge windows all the way across there, letting in a ton of natural light. And if you take a look, like let's look at this window right back here. What you'll notice is they have blackout roller shades. Now, Cougar stuck with the lambrequins, right? There's a lot of manufacturers that are going to like wood frame. And you may ask yourself, well, why didn't Cougar? I like the wood look. And I'll agree with you. I personally like wood framed windows as well because it gives a residential look and feel. However, what you miss out on when you have roller shades like this, if you go with wood frame, the shade is going to be above that, in front of that frame, and you get a big gap, about that big, between the back of your shade and the wall where light is coming through. And so they're no longer become blackout shades. Here, the lambrequin comes out, so when you drop that down, it will actually block out basically all the light except for the little bit that may sneak in underneath. So it does a much, much better job of, you know, actually blacking out the fifth wheel as well as giving you that privacy at night. Oh, you'll see storage all across the top here. Right down below is your love seat. So you have another comfortable place to sit, to have conversation, to hang out. This does fold out into a bed. So if you want guests to stay the night, this is where it'll be in this RV. Both sides have very large end tables with storage in them. Also electrical outlets and USB ports built in there. And then, of course, directly across from that theater seating is your TV. Now, I love the wood color choice in here. A little bit earlier, we saw Jayco RVs, and they kind of did something very similar. We have some other manufacturers that are going to kind of this, a little bit more farmhouse style. And I personally really like it. I think it's beautiful. It's bright. It helps brighten up the RVs, which, if you take a look up at the ceiling, you will see not only we have those big windows, but we also have 2 rows of lights, right, running up the entire thing. As well as dual ducted AC and then, plenty of other lighting all the way throughout. So no matter if it's day or night, it will be nice and bright in the Cougar. And the woodwork in here definitely aids in that because, again, it is nice and bright and airy and it feels fresh and clean, right, especially in your kitchen space. Dropping down from the TVs, your multimedia center, some storage, and then a fireplace right down there. Nice long fireplace, right? We're seeing that more and more again, following a residential trend. And the great thing about that is not only does that look really nice at night, but also it will help take the chill off, which I absolutely love because that way you're not burning up propane, essentially free heat. Let's take a look at the island. So you have a huge island in here, and I say huge not only because it's long, but also because it's deep, right? So that gives you more prep space, especially over in here. You have the high-rise pull-out faucet, the under-mounted sink. You'll notice a little cutout right up front. Now they did that to maximize this width. They could have made the whole thing right here and scooted everything back, but it would look kind of smushed, right? But they wanted to give you a nice big sink. But they had to cut this out so when the fridge comes in, it's not, you know, smashing up against the island. Because the slide here can actually move in and out. So I love that they did that. They maximized your island space. Underneath, you'll see more storage there as well as some cutting racks. Also over to the side, you have a bank of drawers. More prep space over to this side over here, as well as power towers in both corners. So, you know, if you want to put a coffee maker on either side or a blender, griddle, whatever, you can do that. Storage down below, 3-burner cooktop with an oven, storage underneath that, and again, storage on this side here as well, plus storage all around the microwave. So plenty of kitchen storage all the way throughout. Taking a step in a little bit further, you will see the Dometic fridge freezer combo. Nice and big. You can see that there is plenty of cold storage there. Now this one also runs off both propane and electric. And in this one, when we go outside, you will also see has the OTG system. So, you know, it'll necessarily run the fridge, but it does do a lot, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. You know, actually, let's hit it now. So this one has what they call the Cougar Otg System, which stands for off the grid. And it basically is an excellent solar system that they put in here. It comes with a 1200 watt inverter, but this one was upgraded to the 2000 watt inverter. So, you know, plenty of power there. It will run an outlet in your living room, in your kitchen, as well as up front in the bedroom. So even if, you know, you don't have shore power, you will still have 120 outlets that will work, which is fantastic. And then, you know, again, this can run off propane. So if you're planning on doing some camping, you know, off the grid, this is a great RV for it. You have the fridge that runs off propane. You can have 120 power because of that OTG system. You have 81 gallons fresh, 76 gray. I mean, so you have huge storage tanks in here as well. So if that's something you're thinking about, folks, and again, at 36 feet, it's not overly long. The Cougar here is absolutely beautiful. So plenty of pantry space. You know, we're talking about the big living spaces, and that's exactly what this provides right back here. Storage top and bottom, plus like a little bar space. Again, good spot for a coffee maker. Solid surface, just like we had all throughout the kitchen. So we make our way upstairs. You'll see a built-in grab handle. I really enjoy this. And the in-command system. This is a big one for Cougar. This is something that, you know, a lot of manufacturers don't have because, you know, it's a little bit more expensive. But it makes everything super simple and easy. You can control all your lights, your slides, your HVAC. And one of the things that I really like is you can schedule a start and stop time. And the reason I love that, you know, beyond just the thermostat, is you can download an app. And let's say you have this sitting somewhere seasonally, or you have friends that are going to come use it. You can set the AC to kick on at a certain time so that when you get there or they get into your RV, everything is nice and cool for you already. Come into the bathrooms. This is another one of my favorite parts about the 316. And again, you know, I say that this is a shorter fifth wheel. I mean, 36 foot, right? Obviously, they make shorter, but 36 for what you get in this is actually really impressive. Porcelain toilet, but the thing I love about it is this right here. You have dual vanity, and that is an absolute marriage saver. It's a lifesaver, especially, as I said, in a, you know, kind of little bit shorter fifth wheel. Over to the side is your shower. Plenty of space in there. You have a seat if you want to, you know, sit down, or if you just need to shave your legs. You get a linen closet in here. And then if we swing around to the bedroom, we'll swing right in here. You'll see a bunch of great things in here too. So spot for a TV right there, dresser down below, washer, dryer prep in here if you want washer and dryer. Over to this side, you have big wardrobe storage plus an electrical outlet in there. So if you need to have a CPAP machine, right? Like, you know, hey, I use one and I take it when I'm camping. I want to make sure there's going to be connections, and this one has it. Plus, you get the slide-out king bed, courtesy lights all over, including up and down the stairs. And speaking of stairs, take a look at these ones. They comes with the MORryde step above step system. You have this little plate right there, little Keystone plate. kind of cool. You get the larger grab handle there as well. Makes it nice and easy to enter and exit. As you make your way up a little bit further, you'll see the garage storage in here. So plenty of room. You have the in-command system there. It is slam latch with magnetic catches so that it's nice and easy to put up and down. Now I'm gonna go a little out of order. I actually wanna scoot around to the front and then over to the other side. I just wanna show you, you guys something real quick. One, this one does have the road armor Kingpin, so that pivoting head, again, will help take out some of the bucking and chucking. You have a mirror on there, it's easier to see when you're backing up, as well as a light. But come take a look at this, because this is what I want to show you. So, with that Cougar Otg system, you can see right here, it comes with the solar controller. You have a 170 watt panel mounted up on the roof. That's the 2000 watt inverter right there. You have a battery disconnect to shut that off if you so choose. You will also see this one comes with auto level. So touch a button, it will level itself out. And right over here, take a look at that, some hidden storage, right? Just pull that up, you got some extra storage right there. I like that they finished it off that way, so that way it is flat, but if you want to put something down there, you can. Then you have all of your connections basically right over here. And what you will notice is both the black tank and the gray tank have insulated valves. So that way, if you're doing some colder weather camping, you don't have to worry about anything freezing up on you, right? They do a great job, excellent insulation value in here. That climate control system they have is phenomenal. They have radiant foil where it needs to be. They have a hard wall on the back. This is not a hung wall, right? That's something that people, used to be, I don't know, upset at Cougar before. That's not at all the case now. You have the nice laminated wall back here. Plus, underneath, you will see you have a 3,000-pound hitch if you want to tow something else behind it, folks. This is a fantastic RV. It's a 2021 Keystone Cougar 316RLS. You can pick this one up starting at $48,995, which is as little as $11.73 a day. And all you have to do to lock in that pricing is text the word RV to 46642.